Hi everyone, my name is Jessica and I'm a pelvic floor physical therapist at Ladybird Physical Therapy. Today in this video, I'm going to talk to you all about sex and menopause because one of the most common complaints I get when I'm working with women that have either gone through or are going through menopause is painful sex. And that is not something that anyone, no matter where you are in your reproductive lifespan, needs to live with. So in this video, I'm going to cover why it happens and then more importantly, what you can do about it. So let's jump into it. As far as why it happens, probably not hard to guess, but it's the lack of estrogen. That's what's causing a lot of the other symptoms that you may be having just in day-to-day life. But as far as sex goes, the lack of estrogen, taking estrogen away from our vulvar and vaginal tissues, makes those tissues thinner, drier, less flexible. And if you think about just what's happening, that is not a good recipe for pain-free sex. We want those tissues to be able to be lubricated, able to stretch. And when they're dry and irritated like that, they're honestly just more likely to be a pain generator. Now, if you can imagine, if you've had pain with sex for a while, typically those pelvic floor muscles tend to guard and protect around the vagina. And so when that happens, then you are pushing into painful muscles and they don't like that either. And so that kind of can cause this cyclical increase or, consistent, pain in that area. And so those are the two main causes for pain with sex during menopause. Now, as far as what you can do about it, this is where you've got some options. So a good rule of thumb is to always bring this up to your gynecologist. They are going to be able to work with the lack of estrogen, so some version of hormones. It's usually going to be a topical or local estrogen that can be rings, tablets, creams, all kinds of options for you. And so it's a great conversation to have with your gynecologist. Putting that estrogen back into that tissue is going to make it easier to stretch, better lubricated, just healthier tissue in general. So I would absolutely talk to your gynecologist about hormonal options for you if you're having pain. Another option is to see a pelvic floor physical therapist like me. So I work with people that have basically tense and overactive pelvic floor muscles, and we can work on decreasing that tension in treatment, how to work on that at home. Lots of different options for how we can do that. It can include some form of manual therapy. Maybe you've heard of dilators or wands. Maybe that's deep breathing. Maybe that's down training. But there's lots of ways to get the pelvic floor to relax so that you can stop having that pain with sex. So I'd absolutely recommend to talk to your gynecologist, see a pelvic floor PT, see what your options are, because pain with sex, no matter where you are, again, in your reproductive lifespan, is just not something that you have to live with. So if you have any more questions, comment, leave us a review, and thank you so much for listening.